Welcome to F8. I want to start today by talking about protecting something that is really incredibly important to all of us, and that is the integrity of our elections. In 2016, we were slow to identify Russian interference. We expected more traditional cyber attacks like phishing and malware and hacking, and we identified those and notified the right people, but we didn't expect these coordinated information operations and large networks of fake accounts that we're now aware of. We deployed new AI tools that successfully identified and took down tens of thousands of fake accounts before they could do anything. We've traced the fake account network back to Russia and taken down their network. We're doing more. We're requiring everyone running political and issue ads or running large pages to be verified with a government ID. By the end of this year, we will have 20,000 people working on security and content review at Facebook. Beyond elections, we are focused on fighting fake news more broadly. So some of this is nation states who are politically motivated, like we talked about before. But all of this we're fighting in the same way, with AI tools, with thousands of content reviewers, and verifying people who are running large pages and running sensitive ads. Now, the third category is people, real people who are just sharing provably false hoaxes. And the playbook here is building tools to get better at flagging content that is going viral, so fact checkers can look at it so we can show it less, and for the people who do see it, to make sure that they see related articles that are more accurate, that put this in context so people can understand what's really going on. I also want to talk about data privacy. What happened with Cambridge Analytica was a major breach of trust. An app developer took data that people had shared with them and sold it. So we need to make sure that this never happens again. We need to make sure that we find any other bad apps that are out there. So we're currently in the process of investigating every single app that had access to a large amount of people's information before we made these big changes in 2014. We've also started putting a tool in front of everyone that shows them all of the apps that they are using and lets them easily remove access to the ones that they no longer want to use. And with the GDPR coming up in Europe, we're asking everyone around the world, not just in Europe, to review your privacy controls. In your web browser, you today have a simple way to clear your cookies and clear your browsing history. Right? And the idea is that a lot of sites need this data to work. You need cookies. But you should have the ability to go in and clear your history at any point that you want. So we're working on a version of this for Facebook too. It's a simple control where you can clear your browsing history, what you've clicked on, the websites you visited, and so on. And we're going to call it Clear History. And we're starting with something that a lot of people have asked about recently, and that's the information that we get from websites and apps who are using Facebook's advertising and analytics tools. So you're going to be able to use this tool to see the information about the apps and websites you've interacted with. You'll be able to clear all this information from your account, and you'll even be able to turn it off, having this information stored with your account going forward. So let's start with the Facebook app. We're rolling out something that we call Watch Party, which lets you watch video and chat with your friends. So let's say that your friend is testifying in Congress. For example, we're launching a new Groups tab to make groups more central to the overall Facebook experience. So for me, I'm going to have all my groups in one place, my family group, my running group, my game group. There are 200 million people on Facebook who list themselves as single, so clearly there's something to do here. And if we're focused on helping people build meaningful relationships, then this is perhaps the most meaningful of all. So today, we are announcing a new set of features coming soon around dating. Now, this is going to be for building real long-term relationships, all right, not just hookups. It's going to be in the Facebook app, but it's totally optional. It's opt-in. If you want, you can make a dating profile. And I know a lot of you are going to have questions about this, so I want to be clear that we have designed this with privacy and safety in mind from the beginning. Your friends aren't going to see your profile. You're only going to be suggested people who are not your friends, who have opted into dating, who fit your preferences, although I can't promise that you're going to get email. It's a tough world. Now let's talk about Instagram. So we're launching a completely new design for Explore that is going to organize the content around topic channels now. We're announcing video chat and Instagram. You're going to be able to just tap on a new camera icon right in the top of any direct thread that you have, and you're going to be able to video chat one-on-one or with groups. You're going to be able to minimize the video while you're chatting and using Instagram. And I think that this is going to be a really big deal, and people are really going to like this. Last year at F8, we announced the AR camera effects platform, and today we're bringing it to Instagram. Now let's talk about WhatsApp. Today, we're announcing that we're bringing group video calling to WhatsApp soon, too. All right, I want to talk about stories for a minute. The next phase for WhatsApp, beyond just communicating with your friends and family, is going to be helping people connect with businesses as well. And today, a lot of people don't want to call businesses, or you just want to be able to text. So now, the next step is going to be giving large businesses tools to be on WhatsApp too, and we're working on this now. For Messenger, we're focused on building richer ways for people to connect privately with their friends and family and businesses too. When you're messaging, you really want a simple and fast experience. So we're taking this moment to completely redesign Messenger to focus on these ideas. And here's what the new Messenger is going to look like. I mentioned earlier that we are bringing the AR camera effects platform to Instagram. Now, we're also bringing this to the Messenger platform as well. It's going to be a really fun way for people to use augmented reality to connect with their family and friends privately and in real time. Let's go beyond our apps for a minute and talk about virtual reality and the future. So here's an example of how compelling I think that this is going to be. Now, if you have some photos from your childhood home, we can now use computer vision to fill in the gaps with this pointillism effect and recreate the rooms of your childhood home where you grew up. So you're going to be able to go into VR with your family and visit and feel like you were right there. It feels like you were in a dream. In addition to software, we're all building hardware. So we've been preparing Oculus Go for launch. And the big news I have to share today is Oculus Go is shipping today. It starts at $199. It is the first really affordable standalone virtual reality headset. It's launching with more than 1,000 apps, and it has the highest quality lenses and optics that we have ever built into a VR device. So yes, this is an important moment. We need to do more to keep people safe, and we will. But we also need to keep building and bringing the world closer together. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you for everything you're doing to bring people together. Have a great F8.